Hi. I want to talk a little bit about Star Traveler, the walk-in webinar. I've been asked by a few people different questions about, am I a walk-in, am I not a walk-in, and will I know in the webinar? That's for you to find out. And in a way, we're all walk-ins. And when we awaken our consciousness to who we really are as spirit, more of our spirit walks in, comes in, awakening. So in this webinar, I'm going to be focusing on that aspect of you to open the space for you to come in consciously and connect to who you are as spirit, the non-physical part, and higher consciousness, for that higher consciousness part of you to walk into your body and into your life. And we've been working for a long time with genetic memory fields, with different trauma in the system. But in this webinar, I'm going to be focusing on your soul and what is your soul here for bringing in your purest connection on a soul level about who you are and your true vibration, true frequency without trauma. So some people are born and they slowly awaken different levels of consciousness. And then there's other people who have not been born. They're not the first person in this body. They came in later, maybe a near-death experience, or if there was abuse or something very strong, that there was an exchange of souls. And I'll talk about someone who is a walk-in, that there is an exchange. That exchange usually takes place. It's an agreement made on a soul level with the whole family and the first child who was in the system of the body. So a walk-in, in a way, is a soul that comes from the stars with very high level of consciousness and is here to do something to transform consciousness on this planet. And that soul couldn't be born here because the soul would have forgotten. And it would have taken too long to awaken that part. So the walk-in walks in to a soul who needs to be born for a period of time. Maybe that soul was a walk-in in the previous life and needs the experience of being born here for a certain number of years, and then says, okay, that's it. And now we do the exchange. Then at that point, the walk-in will come in to the first soul's information and the genetic information of the family, because that soul needs that experience for what's going to take place now on Earth for helping humanity. And what often happens is this higher consciousness with no judgments on the family or the first child has very high level of consciousness, but was born in a system, a family system with very dense consciousness. And it's very different. But because the walk-in starts merging into the personality of the first child, the walk-in part starts connecting with the wounds of the child and believes, okay, I have gifts, which is true, but let's start healing the family, the parents. So the walk-in part will immediately start trying to fix the family and jump between the system and the family. As the walk-in develops through the years, grows up, the walk-in is having a very difficult time here because he or she realizes that my gifts don't work because the parents are still maybe the same or worse. So you feel like, oh my God, my gifts don't work. I need to go home. I need to leave. I have no value here, no purpose here. In reality, it wasn't your job to heal the parents or anyone in the family system, or they cannot be used in that way, so they won't work in that way. So in a way, you didn't fail. You failed, but you didn't fail. Your gifts are perfect. It's just they were used in a way that doesn't work, and that's among the family. So in this webinar, I'm going to be supporting you to release the burden and release the personality aspect of the first child, and also the family consciousness. No judgments to the family, but your level of consciousness is different. Release the low self-confidence, the guilt, the shame, the blame, and then go into true coherence on a soul level with who you are and the frequencies you can hold on a body level. It's very important for embodiment to clear what's in the body. So some of you may have vanishing twins. Some of you may have children that was missing, so it's important to honor them. And it's important to honor the twin if you have a twin in the system. For anyone who's not a walk-in, but you feel, okay, I resonate with this webinar, it still will work, because we all, as I say, if you're born here, there's parts where we awaken. So I'm going to be focusing on the parts that awoken inside you and support you to embody more aspects of you on a soul level. I'm very excited to do this webinar. I was waiting for 10 years to get permission to do it, and I never got the go-ahead. This is the time. This is the time we're here for, and we chose to be here at this time. We chose to meet at this time on a soul level before we even came into this body. So I'm very excited to open the space of the webinar, because we all have something to share with each other as well, I feel, in this webinar. So we're going to support each other, and the level of consciousness will expand. I feel this webinar for me is going to be life-changing, and I feel that for many. I'm very excited, and I feel very, in coherence with the frequency of this webinar and what it's going to create, and then what ripple effect we're going to have in the whole field. So if this webinar resonates with you, coming in live is fantastic. Coming in after is fantastic. It's all equal. So all the webinars I do are living recordings. So when you do it, I'd like you to repeat it a few times and repeat it, because it will go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we'll get more transitions and keep increasing the level of consciousness. But not only the level of consciousness, in the webinar, I want to bring in, especially the second one, is the codes, your star genetics, your star codes. On a star level, there is no trauma. It's only love. It's only gifts. It's only pure transmissions. So I'm going to be working on building this up. And every time you watch it, it's going to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You get clearer and clearer and clearer. That is the intention, and that's what I've been guided to do in this webinar, which is named the Walk-In or Star Travelers. So the answers to anyone who's asking, it doesn't matter if you're a walk-in or not, it still will give you a new understanding of yourself, understanding of others. If you're a practitioner, it will teach you a lot on how to support other walk-ins or people who are confused, because it's very difficult to be a walk-in in genetics, which doesn't belong to you, or density, which doesn't belong to your system. So there's a lot of tools here that if you're a practitioner, or if you're teaching, or if you're supporting others, and there's a lot of tools as well in it for anyone who feels a resonance with it, because even if you're not a walk-in, it's going to open up levels of consciousness, and we will all transmit and give higher frequency into the system, which then will be all of us. We'll all have that frequency as well, the opportunity to bathe in that frequency and raise a level of consciousness and vibration. So if this resonates with you, I look forward to seeing you at the webinar, and I want to thank you all for your support over the years. And yeah, I'm really excited. It's a great time to be here. The gifts I've seen, the results that I've seen and experienced myself personally, and everyone who's been in the webinars, it's incredible. And we can do it. We're doing it. It's the right time to be here. And yeah, let's enjoy it. I'm really enjoying being in the body. It's almost like my past is being canceled or something. It's like just pure creation, pure fertility, life force, abundance on every level. And that is the universal love, driving embodiment. Have a beautiful day or morning wherever you are, and maybe I see you at one of the webinars. Thank you for your time.